So, good evening, all of you. So, first of all, actually, I want to what thanks Nikhil and because his contribution, uh, whatever he done throughout this session, and today's his last session. So, I'm wishing him all the best for his upcoming journey. So let's move to our topic. Our topic is that it's education. It's really making us ready or prepared for today's world. So I will talk on that. So first of all, as we know that our education system gone through changes from ancient to modern. Okay, so in ancient, we we humans, especially the Indian, used to give Vedic education. Okay, and in that Vedic education, they put more emphasis on practical learning. Yeah, and they were also take consideration of the background of students. Okay, and it is obvious that in that time most of the students were engaged in farm, and their parents were engaged in farm activity, so they were taking their classes according to the farm cycle. Yeah, and but uh, I think we know because we know only those things which we read in uh, textbooks, and we listen from the mythology, and we know that the kings and the so-called the Vaishyas or Kshatriya, they I think used to give education about war, eh, and practical learning like how to do farming and how to rear animals. Yeah, and we also have examples of medical education. Yeah, you know that Charak Sahita, written by Charaka. Yeah, so so our ancient education was not regressive at all. It was progressive, but education needs to be changed according to time. And Britishers and medieval period, yeah, two types of education I would say was formed, like Urdu education or Islamic education and Hindu education. Okay, in Islamic education, the peer, the murid, used to teach his fellows, and in Hindu education, the guru or the Vedic learning was still in that period. But as Britishers arrived, the whole education system got changed, and I still believe that okay, it is the need of an hour that we must learn English, but the education system I'm not talking about the language. Okay, I know that English is a knowledge language. Okay, if we want to take world knowledge, so we must learn English. But what Britishers did, they criticized our education system. So Macaulay once said that the one English bookshelf is more, I think, superior than the whole education, or sorry, whole Indian literature. So so the Britishers considered our um, Indian education as inferior, and they made changes. They didn't take into account the need of the student, the need of the parents, and they imposed their system. And somehow it is good, but it is lacking in practicality. Yeah, and it still continue. Okay, I'm not linking that education and the British education system with our today's education system, but we, I think, have some imprints of that education. Okay, still, because the exam, the exam system developed by British, but it doesn't check the practical knowledge of that student. Okay, engineering students achieve 90%, and some achieve even the highest ranks in engineering, but still they don't aware about the practical knowledge. It is reality, and I am aware about that. Okay, I heard and I also witnessed that some of the engineers don't know how to build a building, but illiterate casual labor can work better than him. So it is the fault of education system which fails to make students better in reality. Yeah, because you know that lot in our Maharashtra, lot of Karnataki person present, and they mostly employed in what construction sector. Yeah, so but you know that make they make humongous buildings without any degree. So it is, I think, clearly a slam on our education system. And you gave the example of Sundar Pichai and CEO of World Bank, CEO of etc. company, and mostly CEO belongs to India. But you know that they took education, yeah, might be they took education of primary education from India, but the higher education they took from the foreign institutions. And now I think I talked on the today's reality too much, but I will give measures. What measures we can bring to clear these evils? So first of all, I will say that we need to change the curriculum and the system itself. Okay, I know that new education policy launched some years ago, where they give freedom to choose any language, any subject students want. But I think that is not enough. I know that there are also some measurements like they now made available that you can take technical education like coding, etc. But I feel that we need to change system itself. Okay, but we are giving more emphasis on syllabus. Okay, we are trying or doing experiment with syllabus. I think that will not help at all. We need to change system. And what is system? So the education style of teacher. Okay, the okay, I know that I I witnessed that primary or the government education, government school teachers teach more better than private teachers. Why? Because I know that I don't know why, but it is reality. So I think we need to change the system where we can do some modify if needed. So we should need to eliminate. Sorry, we need to eliminate the
Eliminate.
examining system where we took exams of students. Okay, and I don't think that that is helping the students, because instead of feeling that competitiveness, they are feeling burden. So I think we need to change that. Your opinions might be different, but I think we need to come up with some different idea of checking intelligence. And another thing I would say that the timing of school, yeah, we can do experiment about that also. I know they taken the initiative of that, but yeah, and also the way of teaching. So how they can change? So they can first of all give proper training to teachers, where they will teach teachers to not teach only syllabus, but to teach the values of life. Yeah, where because uh, there is no meaning. Okay, Aristotle says that education without values is not education at all. So teachers need to teach values also, and they make sure that they get familiar with each and every student. They must know the background of each and every student and how he performs. So once teacher, and they also need to develop that skill where they will develop the relationship between the pupil and themselves, and through that I think they will also feel enjoy while taking education, and through that I feel that we can make change. On that note, I will stop it. Thank you.